I was 415 pounds at 6'1". I was never designed to be that size. I was battered from every angle. And then I had the toxicity of the drugs in my system as well.
So why did you do it to yourself?
Because I wanted to see how big I could get.
Dave Crossland took steroids for 8 years. And 3 years ago, he pushed that use almost to breaking point.
This is from my last cycle.
As part of a documentary, he trained and took drugs for 40 weeks to reach his goal weight of almost 30 stone. All, he claims, to find out what effect high-level drug use would have on his body.
There is no research at all on high-dose steroid use. So how the hell are you going to help people if you don't know what you're talking about?
So you did it
Partly.
as an experiment on yourself?
Partly. Partly it was an experiment on myself, partly it was to see how big I could get, and partly it was research. It was a combination of things.
In an age of selfies and social media, many experts believe that more young men than ever are feeling pressured to bulk up their bodies. The number of 16 to 24-year-olds taking anabolic steroids has rocketed by over 400% in just the last 12 months. Official estimates suggest 61,000 men are now taking the drugs, but the Home Office admits the true figure is likely to be higher. So where do the drugs come from? Most are produced in so-called underground labs, or UGLs.
Hopefully, they're going to be quite honest and open, and we can ask them a lot of deep and searching questions about production of steroids in this country.
And Dave's journey of discovery about what he's been putting into his own body has taken him into the heart of this illegal trade, here questioning one of the steroid dealers.
So how big is your operation? I mean, on a weekly basis, how many vials are you producing?
Anything up to 5,000 units.
A week?
Yeah.
And in comparison to other UVLs, where would you say you sat in a scale of production?
Very small.
This week's drug of choice is Anabolic.
Dave now works as a drugs advisor, warning others about their effects.
This is basically my drugs case. So when I'm doing talks and discussing steroids, obviously, you know, a lot of people haven't even seen them, don't know what they are. So this isn't just steroids, this is the whole family of what's classed as image and performance enhancing drugs. Steroids generally come as injectables or orals.
So what in this box here is the most commonly used?
The most commonly used drugs are testosterone-based drugs, but the three common ones are propionate, cypionate and enanthate. Then the other very common drug is Trenbolone, which is a veterinary drug.
So that's specifically meant to be for animals then?
Trenbolone, as today, is not passed for human use.
But people are taking it?
It's powerful, it's effective, but there's a lot of side effects with it as well.
In fact, research this year from the University of Birmingham found that steroid users had an increased risk of abnormal heart rhythm and strokes. And users have no idea about the purity of the drugs that they're taking. That's a real worry for Dr. Tom Bassendale from Sheffield Hallam University. He tested drugs for the World Anti-Doping Agency.
You know when you buy a drug from a major manufacturer that it's going to be fit for human use at the end, whereas you can't be sure when it's been made in a bathtub or equivalent somewhere.
While steroids are a Class C drug, possession of them for personal use is legal.
Head online to buy them though, and you'd be breaking the law. Yet type steroids for sale into a search engine, and the choice is almost limitless.
And is 61,000 really the true figure of men taking steroids? The government statistics don't include students, prisoners and the homeless.
Clearly that would suggest this figure is a significant underestimate of those who are likely to be using steroids.
So what do you believe could the figure actually be?
It's a guess, but you know, you could multiply that by as many times as you want. If you're missing 3 key groups of people from this survey, then I would say what you're seeing is the tip of the iceberg.
Do we really know? No. Do we, Ella's like? But personally, 1-2 million people.
In the UK?
Oh yeah. Usage is a lot more entrenched than people realise.
The NHS warns that taking anabolic steroids can lead to cancer, high blood pressure, mood swings and hallucinations, and sharing needles brings a risk of HIV and hepatitis. A high price to pay perhaps in pursuit of the body beautiful. Ben Turner, ITV News.